My name is Andy Sachs. Welcome to Citrix. Thank you for joining me here for this presentation. First thing I want to do is answer the burning question you're all wondering. Does VMware know Citrix is here? Don't worry, we're legal. And we are here to show you how Citrix can help you create a mobile workspace with an integrated solution that's completely secure, that works with your existing vSphere infrastructure, and that lets your employees work anywhere on any device seamlessly. We call it true mobility, but you can call it headache-free IT. I'll show you what true mobility requires, how Citrix leads the market, and what happened when one organization went truly mobile with us. Then you'll have the chance to win these headphones right here in our quiz. All right, let's find out about you. Let's get a quick show of hands. Who here is concerned about the mobile devices that are coming into your organization? All right, a number of you. Who's facing serious data compliance and security challenges? Anybody? Wow. Who has to manage apps and desktops on devices from your company and your users? Yeah? And who needs to provide secure access to your remote users in your branch offices? Anybody? I don't know if you guys can see this. Brian is weeping here in the front row, just thinking about all the hassles he has to deal with. I'm going to get you through it. So let's talk about true mobility, which may be the answer for you. What does true mobility require? What is this term all about? Well, in a word, true mobility is all about access. First, your users need access to their Windows, SaaS, and mobile apps, right? Next, they need access to all of their files and data, and they need that access anywhere, at any time, on any network, and even when they're offline. Does that sound about right? So how do you do this? How do you create true mobility while meeting all these challenges? Well, at Citrix, we believe you need an integrated solution with all the relevant technologies built into one complete platform that eliminates the risks and hassles and expenses of assembling, deploying, and maintaining a whole bunch of separate components. That's why so many organizations are creating true mobility with our integrated mobile workspace, because it delivers all the solutions you need, each one best in its class in one market-leading package. And guess what? Now it's your turn to benefit from our experience and bring that true mobility to your organization. So how does Citrix lead the market exactly? Well, let's start off with the products in our mobile workspace architecture that make up our integrated solution. First, Zen App delivers Windows apps as mobile services. Zen Desktop gives users access to their virtual apps and desktops on any device. Zen Mobile provides you with complete mobile device and app management. Next up, ShareFile delivers secure enterprise-grade file sync and share. And NetScaler, CloudBridge, and Cloud Platform as well all help you build next-gen networks and infrastructure for all of your mobile and cloud and enterprise apps and services. Now, Citrix made true mobility even easier just this year when we released Citrix Workspace Suite. This is the most integrated and complete mobility solution on the market today. But we've been playing and winning the mobility game for about a quarter century now, since we introduced Citrix Multi-User for OS2 way back in 1989. Does anybody remember that? Does anybody remember 1989 in general? Yeah, a few of you, okay. Since then, we've amassed over 330,000 customers, including 98% of the Fortune 500. Our client list ranges from small to mid-sized businesses around the world, to educational institutions like Indiana University, to healthcare providers like Cerner, to financial institutions like Deutsche Bank, to organizations like the US Army, and even to leading service providers and telcos like BT and Alcatel-Lucent. You skeptical so far? That's okay. Trust Gartner. In their 2014 Magic Quadrant for Enterprise Mobility Management Suites report, they put Zen Mobile in their coveted Leaders Quadrant for its revenue, experience, mindshare, and industry partnerships. Of course, Citrix NetScaler has lived in this quadrant for 7 years straight. And in fact, just last month, Gartner put ShareFile in the Leaders Quadrant of its new Magic Quadrant report for file sync and sharing. But I hear you ask, all of that's great and good for you, Citrix Quadrant, for its new Magic Quadrant report for file sync and sharing. But I hear you ask, all of that's great, but how do your actual customers use your integrated solution, and does it really work out in the field? Are you wondering that? Well, good. Let's talk about it. That means it's story time. You want to talk complex IT networks? Let's talk South Coast Health. This is a nonprofit network of 3 hospitals from Rhode Island to Cape Cod, plus a cancer center, urgent care center, medical office building, outreach labs, visiting nurses, and radiology centers. That's 27 sites with 7,000 employees. New Englanders don't just call this IT network complex, they call it wicked complex. Now, when South Coast IT staff contacted us, South Coast was expanding its territory, its profile, its services all at once. The IT staff decided the best way to expand without imploding along the way was to create true mobility. And that would let physicians and nurses and aides access and share and update everything from medication to vital signs and do it from anywhere. They'd save time and improve treatment and fuel expansion. Of course, as you might imagine, there were challenges. First, the BYOD explosion. Physicians wanted seamless access to patient records on their iPads and Galaxy Tabs, their Surfaces, their other personal devices. Now, IT already had a VPN solution for patient records, but a little slow, it was a little tedious. They really wanted to streamline it. But a security breach of health information on any of those personal devices would violate HIPAA privacy laws, right? And they'd have to report it to the Department of Health and Human Services. Nobody wants that. So how can IT push all that data to all of those platforms while keeping it safe? Next up, IT had to connect new physicians and staff to the network applications environment. And that involved a tedious 15-step registration process. With South Coast hiring so many staffers so quickly, they really needed a faster, more elegant way to add them to the network. Next, South Coast IT network would have to be scalable enough for South Coast massive expansion, yet robust enough for each department to have its specific needs met. Oh, and by the way, they would have to do all of this somehow by lowering overhead by 2%. So let's see. Creating true mobility, integrating BYOD, dealing with government regulations, keeping the network secure, all while delivering a seamless user experience and spending less. Does that sound familiar to anybody, that kind of deal? I don't know if you guys can see this. Earl is actually weeping here in the second row, thinking about the similar challenges he has. We're going to get you through this, Earl. So, South Coast turned to Citrix and our integrated solution. As Christian Boucher, South Coast Manager of Directory Services, put it, it was almost not even a decision. The product plugs in almost seamlessly. So here's what they did. First, South Coast IT scaled up quickly with minimal overhead using Zen App to upgrade their EMR, or electronic medical records. Zen App let them host any application and then deliver it virtually as a mobile service to any device. And because Zen App is compatible with any Windows application, South Coast could choose the best EMR software vendor based on functionality, not compatibility. Next up, Virtual Desktop from Citrix Zen Desktop let physicians log in from their homes or their offices on a desktop computer and then pick up the same user session at the hospital on their tablets and just continue right where they left off. So suddenly, physicians could use their own personal devices to access patient records and do it from anywhere. Now, behind the scenes, Zen Desktop's management tools also help IT scale and refresh and advance the virtual desktop environment and do it without impacting patient care. In fact, IT could even make upgrades any time of day. So they got to kiss those dreaded 3 a.m. upgrades goodbye. Didn't have to do them anymore. As Christian Boucher said, I don't know how you put a price on that, but it's huge. So, as you know, global access creates global risk, right? Data might be lost or stolen or copied or moved. So, Zen Mobile helped IT create security policies to control how data was accessed and stored and transferred. That kept patient data safe and it kept South Coast HIPAA compliant. In doing so, IT went from reactively waiting for a security disaster to happen to proactively securing its data. And because users still had access to all their apps and data, user productivity actually increased during this period. Finally, to ensure South Coast still maintained the best performance with secure access over any network, it used NetScaler to integrate the whole solution. Now, doctors can access all of their patient data on any device. They can do it from anywhere, and that really is seamless. Best of all, when new physicians and staff need access to an application, instead of IT's old 15-step registration process, they can add new users with one click. That kind of efficiency helps South Coast scale up fast. Now, as you might imagine, as IT rolled out the pilot program and staffers saw that true mobility in motion, demand skyrocketed. In fact, South Coast doubled its IT infrastructure, but they only added about 3 new positions. But instead of slowing the network, all this extra demand didn't hurt it. In fact, it's running better than ever, and they nailed that 2% overhead reduction target. Add it up, and South Coast is now doing what it wanted. They're building true mobility, they're expanding efficiently, they're saving time and money and hassle along the way, all with an integrated solution from Citrix. South Coast Health is just one example of what happens in that situation when you create a mobile workspace with true mobility from Citrix. We hope the next success story we tell is yours. All right, folks, it's time to wrap up. Just a couple quick announcements, and then we will run the quiz, we'll give out the prizes, we will set you loose in the booth to talk with our staff. You ready? All right, first, our next presentation will happen in about 45 minutes at 12:30. And unfortunately for you, I'm giving the next one, and actually all of them throughout the day. They're running every hour on the half hour. So 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, and so on throughout the day, and all the way through tomorrow until the show ends or I fall down, whichever comes first. So we invite you to come on back. Bring your friends next time, would you? Next, I want to let you know that I'm sure you have questions about applying our integrated solution for true mobility to your network, right? The wheels are starting to turn. So before we run the quiz, I just want to show each of you the right staffer to talk to when we're done to find out more. So where all the folks who I mentioned at the beginning are concerned about the mobile devices coming into your organization? Okay, I got a few. After the quiz, you're going to go right around here, right around the corner to the Zen mobile station right there. Where are the folks who are dealing with data compliance and security challenges? Where are you? All right, you're going to go right around the corner there to the share file station. Go right over here to Mark. Mark, wave and smile so they know who you are. See, he's a nice friendly face over there. All right, where are the folks who are managing apps and desktops on corporate and end user owned devices? Where are you? All right, you're going to go right around the corner to the Zen app, Zen desktop station over there with Matthew. And who's focused on providing secure access to remote users and branch offices? All right, you're going to go right around over here to Blake at the Enterprise Cloud Networking Station to talk about NetScaler. All right, folks, it's quiz time. Time to see who was paying attention during the show and who was sleeping with their eyes open. Here's how the quiz works. I am going to put 3 quiz questions on the board, one at a time. You'll see the text. I will read the question all the way through. When I'm done reading the question, and not one moment sooner, the first person to shout the right answer as loud as they can wins the prize. The prize, by the way, is this lovely pair of iFidelity earbud headphones. I tried these out. These are pretty nice. Don't these look cool? Don't touch it, Martin. I didn't say to touch it. So, remember, you got to be fast and you got to be loud, because chances are somebody else is giving the right answer at the same time you are. Y'all ready to go? I don't hear those loud voices. Y'all ready to go? All right, let's do it. Question number 1. Citrix wants your mobility solution to include access to all your apps, files, and data from anywhere, anytime, on any network. What word did I use to describe this type of real mobility? True. True is absolutely right. Not much of a contest there. Well done, Robert. All right, true mobility is what I was looking for. Question number 2. At Citrix, we believe the best way to create true mobility is with a solution that combines all of the relevant technologies in one complete platform. What word have I used to describe that type of solution? What'd you say, sir? Integrated is absolutely right. Very well done. Integrated solution for true mobility. Now, this is the last question and the toughest coming up, so I hope you all paid attention and took notes and studied and all of that. Ready to go? You ready to go? Yeah. Okay. Question number 3. What company delivers the technology that helps you create true mobility with the industry's leading... What did I say about waiting until I was done reading the question before you shout the answer? Citrix. Is this the remedial class they stuck me with here? One more time. What company delivers the technology that helps you create true mobility with the industry's leading integrated solution? Citrix. Citrix. Okay, we have a situation here. The situation is that all of you gave the right answer, and thank God, because really, it's the name of the company. All of you gave the right answer at the same time. So we have to have a sort of sudden death overtime here called a shout-off. Here's how it works. On the count of 3, all of you are going to yell Citrix as loud as you can. And the loudest person, as judged by me, gets to be the winner of the prize. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow. That was close. There were a lot of good efforts here, but the one voice that rose above the rest is right over here. Well done, sir. Congratulations. Folks, we want to welcome you to the booth. Go visit our demo stations, talk to our staff. Make sure to get your badge scanned to qualify for the MacBook Air drawing. We'll be doing that at the end of the day tomorrow, and you do not need to be here to win. I'll be back at 12:30 with the next round. Enjoy your time here in the booth. Thank you very much.